Yeah, tomorrow is the official first day of spring, and it's going to come at least. We're going to have some quiet weather to deal with, although still some icy roads in the morning, given that the moisture's out there, especially on areas that aren't treated, unsalted, all that. Temperatures will be in the mid-20s. So once we get through that, the rest of Thursday is fairly quiet, but it's not that warm. We'll actually be below average. We will get above average by Friday, 50s. We have a cold front coming through Friday afternoon. May spark a few showers, and that may be really brief amount of showers and light amounts. If we see any of that, most probably will not. Going into Saturday, behind it, it'll be drier and colder. Then we got rain, snow coming back on Sunday. A lot of question marks on Sunday. I think most places will see rain and then maybe snow or rain Sunday night. And then we'll have to deal with that potentially for Monday morning. But I think most of the weekend we won't deal with the snow. But still, that could change. So stay tuned to Sunday's forecast going into Monday. Here's your temperatures overall as we wake up. Still well into the 20s, so that should freeze any type of precipitation out there. Some of these will probably be high enough for salt to help. A little bit breezy with that northwest wind, but we'll have plenty of sun going throughout the rest of the morning and the daytime. So that'll be the nice thing. It will be quiet. A few clouds, lighter winds too. Temperatures, as I mentioned, a little bit below average. We might even see some areas stay in the upper 30s with the snow cover on the ground until that melts. So you might see some of the areas that have had the most struggle to get to 40 degrees given that snow. Other areas that don't see as much will probably climb in the 40s with that snow continuing to melt overall. Now going into Friday, that front's going to get closer, so the winds actually will turn around going into Friday morning. So actually the temperatures will be fairly nice waking up. These are more like midnight temperatures, and they'll probably rise. So when you wake up Friday morning, you'll be more in the probably the mid 30s with that southwest wind increasing a little bit throughout the day. That front comes through, but really not until late afternoon, early evening. Overall, nice Friday. We'll be back in the 50s, even mid 50s potentially for some areas. If we still have any snow on the ground, that may be some areas that will be struggle to get to 50. Otherwise, it should be a pleasant day. Now, speaking of, oops, we're not going to go into that. That is now as we go into Saturday temperatures. There we go. There we go. They're coming up there for you. Saturday's high temperatures behind the front. They're going to actually be colder too. So we'll be back in the 40s. So 50s Thursday, Friday, back to the 40s for Saturday too, but dry for Saturday. That's the good news. Now, mentioning that front that'll be coming through, it's just a very weak front with a little bit of limited moisture, so you just see a very thin line come through right in the afternoon. It starts off here about noon north of the Twin Cities. You can see the winds turn around. There comes that little bit of a line through about 4 to maybe 6 p.m. time frame, a brief period of some light rain, light showers. Won't expect too much, but it might impact some activities for a brief amount. Not expecting any switch over to snow. Once that gets through, then we're going to be pretty good for the rest of the time frame. Now, speaking of that Sunday to Sunday night time frame, we're going to see another low really push up towards our area. So what could start off as rain could turn back as that low pushes to the east. Snow Sunday night into Monday. We'll have to keep an eye on this. This could change. The better shot looks to be further north that they're going to get the snowfall. But once again, that could change. As you see up here, we have a lower chance of seeing 3 inches. But the Monday morning commute could be a little bit tricky, so pay attention to the forecast before you get up Monday morning to see what the conditions will be looking like. Otherwise, it's fairly quiet there afterwards and pretty seasonable temperatures. As the next week we go, our average gets pretty much close to 50 degrees as we start getting close to the end of March. So we had our taste of winter. We might have another taste of winter come Sunday night and Monday. I don't think as much as we saw this one.
All these tastes. What if I'm full?
Ooh,
I don't think so yet.
full.
I don't think so.
want
We still got
taste
April to
of
go
it.
through there, Ken.
Done
It's a
taste
real full.
testing.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Greg.